Wait, we start?
What is up, guys? The DB Grinder is at our podcast here today, and we are talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game regionals that came back this week. It is the first week of in-person events for North America, at least. I know UK has been having them for quite a while, but now we have them. So we're gonna kind of break down what each of our experiences were if we played in-person or online events. I know everybody was at a different event, so who wants to go first?
Avery, you're a bozo. I can start with probably what ended up being arguably the least important regional. I guess Austin played in a remote one, so.
Oh yeah, mine was not important. It was horrible.
But I played in a Fargo one, so that might be the same level. Fargo regional had 68 players.
So close to greatness. If I was there, it would have greatness.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
If you were there, it would have been 69.
What does that mean, Avery? What does the number represent?
Number of players.
Oh yeah.
One closer to like more than 8 invites.
Yeah. So yeah, there was 8 invites. So only top 8 got invites. It was pretty awful. I drew Mare like 15 times in 7 rounds. It was terrible.
Your card.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna be done playing a deck with Mare in it this format. I'm sick. It was awful. It was worse though because drawing it going first is okay. You could still do combos with Mare in your hand. But when you're going second, if you don't have a way to put Mare back in your deck, like having Yazi can be so important. There were like multiple games where I just win if I can resolve Yazi in the grave. And Mare said, "You're cooked." So it was.
Wait, what deck did you play?
I played a 51 card pile deck.
You didn't play Edge-Imp?
No, I didn't play Edge-Imp, but even if I had played Edge-Imp, like it would have like going to Edge-Imp just to put the Mare back means I didn't have other good lines of play. Like I was just drawing not great. Edge-Imp might have made the deck a little bit better, but it was just not. It wasn't a good day for the pile for me. But yeah, Midwest Gaming had four people in top 8. We got first. Michael Waite got first with Prank Kids. Caleb Venegas got second with Phantom Knight. Ryan.
Caleb played EK. What the heck?
Yeah. So Caleb kind of got sick of the pile deck and switched back to Phantom Knight, and he did well. He went X1. So
I think PK is almost unplayable at this point.
I agree.
I think it's a waste of sleeves.
Yeah, well, Ryan Michael Hansen got 4th also with PK. So I tend to agree with you guys there. I think Phantom Knight is just, I don't know how people win with Phantom Knight cards in their deck list, but they do.
They just open like crazy.
Yeah, it's
like Destiny 2 live PKs and droplet every game.
Yeah, so, and then Robbie got 5th with Prank Kids, 60 card Prank Kids. Michael White won with 50 card pranks. And I've got all the deck profiles are up on our YouTube channel, so those links will be in the description. But yeah, we got 4 of the top 8 spots. Everybody in top 8 was from Minnesota also. Not a single North Dakota player top 8 of the regional. There weren't that many of them there, honestly. The reason turnout was so bad is because there were like not a lot of Fargo players there. So, which is just surprising to me. Like first regional back in 2 years. How do you not go to your hometown regional, Kody?
I overslept. I just missed my own regional. That's literally 2 minutes away.
Hate to see it. But yeah, no, that was Fargo. It was fun. It was good to be at a regional, even if it was a small one, and even though I hated my deck with a burning passion. But I won my feature match round 3 against Ben Gifford. So, haha.
I did a remote duel regional. I got 3rd place playing Bird Up. I was trying to go back to back to back regional wins. Sadly lost to Flounderies. And so I just played Bird Up because it was fun. I didn't even want to play the regional today. They took like an hour to start it, and I asked them if I could get a refund, and they didn't answer. So I was full committed into playing. But I only lost to Flounderies. Same guy I lost to the last regional too. The deck is just tough to beat when it opens insane.
That deck's crazy.
Do you
Yeah,
have
Shifter?
do you have a
Win button.
do you have a profile out there for your bird up deck that you've been playing? Like,
No, I actually, it's gonna be posted on the Midwest Gaming channel, so make sure to
okay,
subscribe.
alright. Yeah, 'cause I didn't realize that was the deck that people were playing right now. I'm not
No,
gonna
they're
lie.
not.
You
It's
told
not
me,
a real deck.
yeah, you told me to play. I was just like, what format is it? Oh, man. All right, Avery,
Hi.
what did you do this weekend?
I attended the Philadelphia Regional. I will say I was a participant and nothing else. I don't know. The room was good. Surprisingly, I expected like based and scythe decks to be the most played deck in the room, but it just wasn't. It was like prank kid variants. I don't know in like the overall room actually what it would be, but after like round 4, prank kid was definitely like the most popular deck in Top Cut, or at least like around top tables. The Phantom Knight deck did not do well. Shocker. I don't know if any topped, but I know like there was a lot of them towards the beginning, and then much less after round 2. There was a lot of people playing like based variants. There was a lot of people like I don't know if any topped, but I know in the last like round or 2, there was like 2 or 3 of the Cyberse Eldritch deck like all kind of close to topping, and the Philly Regional is like 10 rounds, so I mean that is like the same length as the YCS. Whenever you're looking at like the number of rounds, the competition level might be lower, but just in terms of number of rounds played, it's like comparable to what we're like gonna expect at Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think if there was any out of the norm trends, but I think that was it. Oh, there was more Tri Brigade there than I thought there'd be. Like, there was like a decent number of like Tri Brigade variants. I saw some people playing Bird Up. I think Bird Up's better than the pure DPE Tri Brigade deck, but the pure DPE Tri Brigade deck was the deck that I saw like more of towards the later rounds. But the fact that they're playing Tri Brigade eventually caught up with them.
Yeah, there was one of the Cyberse Eldritch decks in top 4 of the Fargo Regional too. I think the guy was X1, but
all the lists I was seeing were like 60 or close to 60 card variants of that deck. I guess for anyone that was wondering, because I guess if I say it now, it'll probably prevent me from playing it for the YCS, so that's good. But I played Shadal. Deck was fine. Yeah, that's about. Oh, you getting a camera on from Joe? Boy.
Hello.
Mommy,
Bro, why does it look so like weird?
you look blue.
You look blue, yeah.
I know. Oh, because my
Are you
screen's
sad?
blue.
Are you sad?
Papa Joe Smurf.
Better. That's better.
Hey. Yeah, no, so there was a pure Eldritch deck that almost topped the Fargo Regional. They lost the last round to go X2-1. They beat me in round 6 because game 1, he had 2 back row. I had game on board. I had already seen a torrential. I knew one of the back row was a sanguine, and I had an ash.
Can I guess what the last back row was?
Yes, please do.
It is another torrential.
It was not. No, that's what I guessed too, right? So I went to battle phase, and I declared an attack, and I got drowning mirror forced. Storming? Storming. Which one bounces everything back to hand? Storming mirror forced. Game 1. And I was like, okay. And then game 1 took 20 minutes for me to lose after that. Cause he just ended up having 5 more traps again. I was like, cool.
Respect it.
And then game 2, I make him go first, and I'm doing stuff. I hit a Conquistador with my equip spell, and I negate a skill drain with my Griffin. And I thought it was weird that he waited to flip the skill drain until after Griffin hit the board.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Guess what happened at resolution of my Griffin negating the skill drain?
Another one.
Witch's Strike.
Well, that card's crazy.
I just kind of stared
Yeah.
at it, and I was like, I think I lose the match now. And I did. I did lose the match from all my
That
cards.
deck-
All my cards went away. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I
So,
was sick. I was so
Like,
sick.
no memes. I actually think the pure Eldritch deck's like unironically good right now.
Goodbye.
On the subject
Goodbye.
of the Eldritch deck, the winner of Arizona Regionals won with Eldritch playing Inspector Border, Thunder King Ryo.
Interesting.
I mean, like, Inspector Border is crazy. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's still, like, yeah, I guess Inspector Border is crazy. Well,
Really, I don't feel like it is. I feel like
It's not that great right now.
like, it
the
loses to
reason
the
that my
Brave
window deck
cards.
isn't good. Like, yeah, if they just start with right, like that breaks everything.
It loses
Well-
to that, and then every deck is running Fusion Destiny basically. So
But it doesn't lose to right? Like, because you have to crash the token.
you can Draco back bounce.
Draco back. Like,
Well,
So,
Yeah,
yes, you have to normal summon and then trigger the thing because you can't summon Griffin. You can't activate Griffin.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't
So-
have to.
You'd have to like normal summon a separate monster to trigger the Fateful to search for the spell and then bounce it.
Just like fine. Though.
okay.
That's not fine because they're not going to torrential tribute that.
Yeah, like,
No, but if they like have a way to just like out the Fateful or something, you lose.
yes.
I mean, yes, but
But
you
then
could
you
say
were
that
losing
with like
regardless.
you could
And
say that with any floodgate in the
I
game.
guess,
right
but
now.
you also have to hard draw right, like you can't get to it from Enchantress, so. I wouldn't
You lose,
say
like,
like
4
Inspector
copies.
Border is easily outed. It's outed.
It's
But,
not
like,
easily out.
I wouldn't
but
say
there are
it's
cards
easy. Storming
I mean,
Mirror
I don't-
Force.
I don't think I'm entering a tournament with purple cards. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
In my 75 card deck list, I ran 1 purple card, and that was to stop purple cards.
Yup. I just, especially for a
I mean,
YCS,
you
like
should
I
Should
don't
have
know
played
if I'm
that
playing a
card.
chat.
That card's crazy.
Well, no, I can't talk shit about the Mirror Forces. Like within the last like 365 days, I entered. I mean, granted, it was an online tournament, but I entered a tournament I cared about with Mirror Force cards in my deck. So like, it's fine.
Avery free agent Foster.
Oh man.
Joe, did you want to talk about your regional experience?
Yeah, I was actually just pulling up my
Oh,
matchups. So
Look at that, Joe.
I went to the probably should look at the camera, right? I played Pranks. I went to the Indianapolis regional, which was just under 600 players. They capped it. The cap online was 500, and they were just like, you know what? Let's let another 100 people in there, so everyone gets COVID for free.
Woo.
One thing I thought was interesting is they were like, we will give you a warning if you're not wearing a mask, and they were very like adamant about that. Like, I had multiple friends and opponents get warnings for just like pulling it under their nose, or just taking it off. So
That's
I
crazy.
thought that was like pretty good, honestly. But yeah, I played Pranks, and let's see. First round, I played against the 3-axis deck, and my teammate Kody plays the deck, and a lot of my other teammates play it, so I know how to beat that deck pretty well. So I won 2-0. Next round, I played against Cybers Eldish. I won 2-0 because I drew a single hand trap, and that's enough against that deck. Next round, I played against Cyber Eldish again. Won the die roll. He couldn't break my board. Game 2, I didn't draw any hand traps. I got Scythed, and I was like sick. And then game 3, I just had DPE, and he had a lot of extenders. But I just like held my DPE until he made Verte. Like, he still drew 2 cards, but like after I negated his Verte, he just set 2 and passed. So I was like, all right, sick. So that just doesn't really do a lot. Round 4, I played against 3-Axis. I won 2-0. I lost the die roll. I won 2 die rolls the whole day. It was round 1 and round 8. Round 5, I played against a Sword Soul Tenny deck. I drew 1 hand trap game 1. I lost a die roll. And he went, Auroradon, Pop Yazi, and I was like praying to God this man did not summon Mare. And he goes, summon Tae. I was like, sure. Banish for effect. I am permed to any path. I was like, no way, this deck is real. So that was cool, I guess. And then the next round, I played against Sword Soul Brave, and that deck is like really interesting because I won game 1, and then I was going second game 2, and I started in Collector, and I collected him when he activated right, and then he just specialed to Tenny, made Monk, and then searched the equip and bounced it. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Definitely not something I thought of initially, but it definitely makes sense. So it has a pretty easy out to Collector. Good thing I had Nib in my hand too. Next round I played against Plunder 2-0.
Weird.
Yeah, weird. Mine is crazy. So what is it? 7 rounds. Round 8 I played against Based. Lost a die roll. Opened 3 hand traps. Fusion Destiny and a Prank Kid. I was like sick. My deck is crazy. And then game 2, this was really cool. I don't know if I'm allowed to. Austin, can I tell them the hand trap I played in my deck? The wind one? No? Okay.
Yeah, it's just Moonlit.
Okay, yeah. I played Moonlit Chill. So I nibbed him. And then he still landed on DP, and my only play was pranks cards, and I drew Chill for hand or for turn, and he summons DP back, he popped itself. So he summoned it back in standby, and I was like, oh, sick. So I just Moonlit Chill it, and then I was able to play. So that was really cool. I spun it back with Unicorn, and I was actually able to kill him because he took 2,000 from Fusion Destiny, 25 when I spun it back, and then 22, and I had the token for Unicorn. So
Did he just
pretty
not
sick.
chain the DPE to Moonlit Chill?
Nope, he didn't have anything to pop. It was just
Oh,
self.
unfortunate.
No.
'Cause
Yep.
that seems like that would have been the play.
Yeah, right. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I got Moonlight Chill a couple times in Fargo.
Yeah, the card is cool. So what is that? 8 rounds. Round 9, I played against Chris James Lofton or whatever his name is. He's playing the Despia deck. And I know what most of those cards do because I'm looking forward to playing that deck when it comes out. And I tried it with the Shadal deck and all that stuff. So, game 1, he set a monster and set a spell trap and passed. And I started with right, and I bounced his Super Poly and then killed him. And then game 2, I had Valor, but he did the quick launch card in the draw phase to play around Valor and draw, which was pretty cool. So I didn't get to use Valor, but he just summoned a monster, searched one of the fusion spells, and then set 4 and passed, and I was able to kind of grind through it, which was pretty cool. So won that one too. And the last round, I played against Clifton Land from Kentucky. Really nice guy. Pretty good player for sure. Then game 1, I lost. I think I won the die roll. No, I lost the die roll. I double hand trapped him, and he passed. And then I my hand was crazy. Did full combo, and I killed him. Game 2, he went first. I opened no hand traps. I opened Droplet as my only going second card, and he opened the really crazy board. So it was Butler, DPE, and then set 2 and a live Griffin as well. So I drew and I dropleted in using turn player priority. And tried to negate everything. He just judgmented me. So I was like, oh, sick. And then game 3, I went first. I got double hand trapped, droll and nibbed, and I was like, cool. Cause I had to start with Roxy's, which was really unfortunate. So got nibbed on my Verte. And then his other remaining 3 cards was a Prank Kid, Instant Fusion, and Right, and drew Call by for turn. So
That's insane.
I was like, yeah, that'll do it. So I finished 9-1. I lost 3 games the entire day. One of them was not drawing any hand traps and getting Scythe, and the other two were in the finals. So pretty good for sure. I really liked the deck. I think Kody's next. If he's alive.
He looks frozen.
Yeah, he does.
Still on 30.
Classic.
Pain.
Classic. Yeah. So what does anybody know what the other top 8 decks were? So like I know in Fargo
Yes.
we had first was Prank Kids, second was PK, third was Cyber Eldritch, fourth was PK, fifth was Prank Kids, seventh and eighth were Flunder and Invoked.
Oh yeah, TJ.
Yeah,
Let's go.
TJ and Christian.
Yep. Yep.
Sixth is the one that I'm blanking on from Fargo. I don't remember.
It was
what deck.
Cyberus Eldritch, right? It was the.
That was third.
I swear the dude posted on Facebook.
He might have been sixth. If he was sixth, oh, third was Prank then. It was either
Okay.
third and sixth were Prank and Cyberus Eldritch. Because
Gotcha.
there were 3 Prank, 2 PK, and then yeah, Cyberus Eldritch, Invoked, and Flunder. That was the top 8. No base deck. No base, no pile. Only two Scythe decks, and I guess the Cyberus Eldritch might have been playing Scythe if they're doing the Cyberus combo. So
Yeah, definitely.
but
I know for the Philly regional, there was at least one Flunder in top. I think there was like 3 to 4 Prank Kids, and then the rest of them were Scythe decks.
Love Scythe decks. Let's see. Mine was. What is that? 2 pranks, Plunder, PK, Plunderies, and Cyberus Eldritch. I don't know the last one.
what was
How do you-
Arizona, Kody?
Okay, so the Arizona had Eldritch, Prank Kids, and the rest I'm not too sure of. I know there was 2 Prank Kids, 1 Eldritch, and that's about it. There weren't too many like notable decks that I've noticed. Like there were a lot of Flunders and Eldritch that were like from Arizona, but I'm not too sure if a lot of them made it. But I know that from where I was sitting, round 1, I was surrounded by the bird deck. There was about like 20 players sitting next to me. About 14 of them were playing Flunder.
That's insane.
That deck is terrifying.
Yeah,
I think that deck's crazy.
I'm sorry.
Crazy
my
ass.
phone overheated. Like
Okay, yeah, we
it
were
just
wondering.
shut
You were
down.
like frozen for like a good couple minutes, but
Yeah.
You want to talk about your regional
Yeah,
experience,
did
Kody?
you play in Arizona?
I did play in Arizona, but I do want to talk about my Las Vegas regional experience. I lost in time the first 2 rounds. Yeah, I overslept and the time got the best of me in those. So I showed up at 11:30, about 2 hours after the tournament had started, and yeah, I couldn't play. But
Unfortunate.
both of the tournaments were 8 rounds, and in the Arizona one, I won my first 6 rounds. They were pretty easy. I had some tough matchups, but there was one notable match. It was against Fuji. He was playing Sword Soul. That was one of my 2 dice rolls of the 8 rounds. And game 1, he had 3 hand traps. I hard open Scythe, so I Scythe DP'd him with Ogre Ash in my hand.
Oh my god.
You're crazy.
And game 2, I Nib, Gamma, Veiler, Enchantress, Sangan.
Yeah, Fuji sounds free, huh?
I had
Where
everything.
where were those hands for me?
So
I drew Mare more than I drew Sangan.
I drew my 60 card 3-axis hand trap deck because of the 21 hand traps and about 30 going after game 2.
Mhm.
But my first 6 rounds, it was pretty difficult. It was Madolche, Despia, Madolche. I think the next one was it was some kind of like trap deck. I don't even know what it was. We didn't get to the point where he flipped any archetype. I just saw trap cards. Then it was Fuji, and then DDD, and then I played against pranks and pranks.
That deck's crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. When my losses to pranks was when I got 4 hand trapped plus prank kids monster.
Alright, that's the standard, to be honest.
That was the standard. Yep,
It is calculated.
That was when I lost my game 3. It was pretty insane. And then against a friend of mine, the last round we were on the bubble. We had a rule so where we could our opponents could not touch our decks, so they had to tell us to cut, and then however many, the remote duel cutting system.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fargo kind of did something similar. They gave you the option, if your opponent didn't want you to touch their cards, you had to respect it. But
so I didn't want my opponent touching my deck because I have a curse against him. I call it the Mitchell curse. Every time he touches my decks, I somehow brick. He doesn't stack. It's just when he has some magic hands, even the dice rolls. I don't know. I think he told me when we were both 5-0, he said he won all 5 dice rolls. So it was crazy.
Fish.
Yeah, so that was my only 2 bricks of the tournament. Was game 1. After game 1, I won. Game 2 and 3, I let him cut the deck or shuffle. He didn't. He just shuffled it, and I somehow drew my 5 remaining bricks in my deck because I sided out a lot of them.
Standard.
Your deck has 5 bricks? Sheesh.
I put in 5. Yeah, I sided out most of the bricks going second, so I had 5. And then game 3, I had Ash, Ogre, and I drew 3 of my 4 Punk card engine.
Nice.
I should all that never.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, so it's looking like the deck to beat for Charlotte is Prank Kids. It seems like that took up the majority of most regional top cuts, right?
I think Prank Kids is insane.
I'm gonna keep ignoring it.
I think I'm just gonna keep disrespecting Flunder, honestly. I don't know.
That deck is so scary, though.
Well, yeah,
Flunder's
but
not
only if they have
really
Shifter. If they don't have
card.
Shifter, that doesn't matter.
What?
Oh,
They have
Brian,
Featherstorm,
Nah.
Oh, I don't play that
Storm
card.
and
What?
Shifter is what makes that deck crazy.
Yeah, I agree. It carries the deck for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
there are a lot
of. Avery, why is the deck good? Tell me why.
Why is Wonder good?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's literally just Monarchs. All of them are Idea and Eidos, but during both players' turns, and just nobody plays the deck right. You should play 30 copies of the Trap card because that card's just the best card I've ever read. And it just gets to play the game during both players' turns when you're playing it during one turn, and that's crazy. And
If
also,
you play multiple of the traps, though, how many going second cards do you have?
Who's going second?
Hey yo!
you half of the time.
I run 11 going second cards in my Flunder deck, and
Every
most of them
Every
are
player
who's I'm just gonna main deck 3 Dark Ruler and hope it works
lot of
out.
them just
They're all so dumb.
Ruler Shifter, that's all you need.
I play one of those 2.
You don't play Shifter?
I play one. I play Shifter. I don't play Ruler. That card's terrible.
Ruler's insane.
Yeah, I feel like Ruler
Their
seems...
deck.
I feel like there's so many people who are just not scything in the standby phase, and then you Dark Ruler them, and what do?
That doesn't even matter.
If I'm playing Thunder, I want them to activate their
Well,
DP.
yeah, no, I know that. I know for that deck, but in general,
I think they're holding it too late, but they should be shotgunning it because they should realize that droplets aren't in everybody's main deck. A lot of people have deviated from that card.
Yeah, that card's fundamentally terrible.
That card's wild. I'm not gonna lie. Nobody respects that card anymore.
I agree. Yeah, I caught a lot of people off guard with it.
So I respect it because I think people are dumb and play it, but I think that card's just so bad. You're just activating a lot of Forbidden Chalices, and I don't think that card's great either.
The Chalice is crazy.
I agree because you get to play 1 card to Chalice a monster and not 2.
Chalice on Alistair? Sheesh.
It's the best thing.
One Almirage, please.
Oh, God. God.
Yikes.
But
There we
I do
go.
think going forward with the people realizing how good pranks are, Flunder should be rising in popularity as well. because Pranks has like kind of a harder matchup against Flunder. Like if they don't have the double Butler play.
I don't think most of the better players who are playing Pranks ever double Butler really. Like
Yeah.
No, because most of the better
I never Butler. I never double Butler. I always do one.
Miamu.
Yeah.
And Flunder can play around one Butler, so that's why I think that Flunder is going to be like going up in popularity because it just inherently has a better matchup against that deck.
Yeah, I agree. It's a tough matchup for sure, especially like people playing 60 that you have to see your side cards to beat that deck.
How many
I don't
cards
know,
you
you ever
played?
play a
60, right,
Flunder
Joe?
Mew?
Yeah, I played 60.
Flunder mirrors are terrible though. Those are awful.
Really?
Yeah,
Bro, like you have to think so much. Like a lot of people don't know how to play the mirror, but like, you actually have to like think nonstop, bro. It's too much work.
Awful as
Okay,
in
so
hard,
awful is like
not
for a headache, not
toxic.
awful as in like a bad mirror. Got it.
When I play the Flunder mirror, I notice the first person like it's not really only continuous spell, but if I get to if I get to resolve double M pin quicker than my opponent, I'm just winning that game.
Well, I can promise you, if we played the Flunder Mirror, you'll resolve double M pin before me, because there's one of that in my deck.
Like,
You're insane.
Avery's decks are just not real.
Have
Nah,
they ever
one
been?
up is just correct for sure.
I don't have the second of the other card, so I have
my
to
God.
double M pin.
So are we all playing Flunder for Charlotte then? Is that the?
Of course.
Oh,
I
God.
don't know, we're memeing, but there's actually, so I cannot disclose any names for obvious reasons, but there are several well-accoladed known players who are going to be playing Flunder at Charlotte.
So not Brian.
Nah.
Not Brian.
No. How many tops?
Nobody with just one top.
How many wins?
Hey. I have 4. Thank you. I have 400% of the tops that you've attributed to me. So fuck off.
200. Pretty sure I got the mat.
Oh my gosh. No. The
Shout out
clerical
Tommy Williams
error
for-
they made
shout
to
out
give
Tommy
you a
Williams.
top cut mat for a YCS that you didn't play in a top cut does not count as a YCS top, Joe.
Don't worry about it. I still got the mat. Mat equals top.
I agree.
Let's go.
That's crazy because I don't feel like I topped when I lose in top 32.
Ish.
Yeah, like real YCSs, it's just
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm gonna be honest though about the new Despia deck. I don't think it's gonna be as good as people are hyping it to be. I think
Yeah,
that
I
deck,
agree.
I think that deck is okay, like where it's like in tier 1.5 form, but unless we get a determined like ban list that's going to change the meta completely, I don't think Despia can like compete with like to the level of Prank Kids at least.
Is this shit all fusion card in the structure deck?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And the deck is I think it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, no,
think
I think it's the best. I think that engine in that deck is the best deck.
I don't
Are
think
you
I've
playing
had a
it with
single
Brave
Despia card.
cards?
What's up?
Are you playing Brave cards in your deck?
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, the deck is gonna be crazy.
I haven't
I
read a
still
single Despia card.
You don't have to. It's not out for Charlotte, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is legal for Mexico though. So
No, actually, yo, like I
Flights to
low-key think
Mexico are
everyone
so
should read
expensive.
the Despia cards that are currently out.
what if I
because,
help you with
like,
your flight?
I'm noticing a trend of like there being Despias that are in the tournament like way later than people think they should be. Like Despia's not
Yeah.
bad. Right
Like
now.
round 9
Yeah.
of Indy?
Yeah,
so-
literally.
So like the Despia deck actually got support in the most recent set, even though people like don't think about it. So the new Chimera card,
Yeah. That
like,
card's
so
absurd.
insane.
you can brand it in red for it.
Yep.
And pop 2 cards, draw a card, or pop 1, draw 2 during your opponent's turn
Yeah,
while
it's a
it's
quick
main
play,
block and triggering Despias.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
That's absurd.
yeah, it's absurd, right?
Oh yeah,
And you,
Brandon
like-
Red's like best fusion spell behind like Schism.
Well, that's a trap. Anyways, so like Andres list, like that he won the PPG with, he put like poly and stuff, like edge imp or patchwork to search edge imp and poly. So like it's like another way to summon it outside of just playing. But obviously you have like 9 copies of Brandon in Red because you have the quick launch, you have Aluber, and then you have the other one. So like the actual card.
I'll say more if you count the fact that like Aluber's searchable by like Gold Sark and Foolish because you can send Tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll have to take notes from Avery Foster. I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate
you
every
should not
minute.
do that.
I just don't think that the Edgem package is going to be used like going forward.
Oh
But
yeah, not after the
yeah.
structure deck.
But it is really cool how Patchwork is like a 1 card, like 2
I mean,
cards. Basically.
Yeah, it's a +1. So like, if you have anything to fuse with, it gets you to plays.
The deck also randomly has like 3 more consistency cards than any other deck, so that like a lot of decks recently have been breaking the 40 threshold because like, oh, you got to play bricks. But that deck can actually play Upstart, and then if you know like the Albion Dragon does, that deck gets to play 3 more copies of an archetype specific Upstart that puts a card with an actual effect in the graveyard. Like,
Yep. I'm looking forward to it. I have all this stuff already in my binder. I got it mad cheap.
Do you
I
have
own exactly 0
2
of them.
copies of all the stuff?
Free agent Brian John Kalina.
Hey.
Finally, I'm free. I like players like Austin and Kody because they don't ask me for anything. Oh, well, Kody asks me, or not Kody, Austin asks me for cards all the time.
Yeah, I asked Walter for all my cards, so
Whoever is going to Charlotte, I might be coming in now, but I did get some nice sleeves for the team.
Team sleeves?
word.
You ordered team sleeves?
Yep, the team.
Oh, Kody, insane!
What, like for the main deck or like extra deck sleeves?
Extra deck. Oh, main deck would be too expensive.
Yeah,
Why would you ask that question, Avery? You think you're getting sleeves?
See, I also ordered.
I'll just like draw on
custom-
my sleeves. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
I ordered a pack of custom standard sleeves from Dragon Shield too. I was hoping they get there by the YCS. I haven't gotten them yet, but
Sick.
I
we
just
might
ordered
all
1 pack
getting-
of sleeves that I figured you could double sleeve your extra deck with. So
That'll be cool.
we'll see.
I
how
don't
they
play
turn
on my
out.
team mat anymore, so
Wow.
I know. I'm a sinner. I've converted to Spellgrounds. Like those
Oh,
are.
I thought you were gonna say you play on your YCS mat because like anytime you ever see someone play on a top coat YCS mat, that means they have exactly 1 top.
Oh, Brian, I did want to play ABC today for the regional
Me too.
because there is some crazy combos right now with ABC.
Yeah, I agree.
Hit up my DMs, bro.
Yo,
Oh,
I was like ending on like Riser, Snow, Buster, Shen on their turn. I was like, this deck is insane.
Imagine getting chicken on your bowl. I could never.
what?
You got chicken on your bowl.
What do you get on your bowl, Avery?
Steak and carnitas. Like what?
I
just
get steak and chicken.
Steak and chicken's a good. Ooh, look at
Yeah.
I filled this
I get
up.
double.
Mmm.
Yo, that sounds good. I haven't eaten anything in 2 days.
I haven't eaten anything.
Yeah, where's my Chipotle?
Or you get fucking quesadillas. This man goes to Chipotle and gets quesadillas. What a
He just
misplay.
has it instead
But
of
it's
actually
the
giving me
bowls.
Chipotle, I want you to fill the bowl about 1/5 of the way and just slap it between tortillas, and that's what quesadillas are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
That's fine with me.
Okay. How do you guys feel about this card? Because this card seems crazy against pranks.
Alistair? Yeah, Carter's crazy.
Alistair's not good.
Oh my god. What card?
Gale Dogger is Alistair, but it has an effect.
What card, Cody?
And Tasme.
0 wins.
Do they ever actually have 2 Link monsters on the board at the same time?
Yes.
Sometimes.
If they
Alpha
Verte and underneath Bow Wow. Then
Yeah,
like
if they get-
overextending.
Sometimes they'll rocket ride for double link.
I just feel like by then they
sure.
have a Griffin on board, and if they're not Griffining the Phantasme, what are they doing, right? Like,
Doesn't Rocket Ride say non-link monsters, Avery?
Damn, that's crazy. If my opponent phantasmes me and I have a Griffin face up, I'm letting it ride.
really? I
Yeah.
guess if you're afraid of losing to a Nibiru, but like,
I mean, but then that's the beauty of Phantasme. Like, it kind of either forces a negate, so it trades with like any other hand trap, or it digs you into more cards, which could potentially be either cards that can help you break their board, or like a hand trap that actually does something.
So you say that's the beauty of Phantasme, but I feel like what's going to happen is I'm going to watch my opponent play. I'm going to have a Phantasme in my hand. I'm going to Phantasme them. I'm not going to draw a hand trap. And I think, wow, if this was any playable card, it would have been a... I know you're like, oh, it can be a hand trap, but...
No.
Or you could just make it a hand trap 100% of the time.
It's good in my deck, I guess. I guess it's very like deck.
Are you playing
reliant.
3 red rows?
No, but I do run. Okay, so I like summoning Psychic Tracker, and just making that Baron, and then Tracker popping their card.
So wielder, but yeah.
Oh yeah, the wielder.
Yeah, that's fair.
People don't know about that effect. Like,
Well, yeah, I discovered that effect like 2 days ago.
it's insane, right? Like you can.
Yeah.
What effect?
You
Oh
can
no, I discovered it with Avery actually, because we chain blocked my Stardust Charge Warrior when we were playing in Baltimore. We discovered Wielder's effect when you synchro with it.
I love finding hidden effects.
Yeah. No, but then I think I wanted to play a Synchro 6, but I really liked the Dark over it.
Oh yeah, I didn't play Dark. I played Charge Warrior.
Yeah. Either play the 6 or the Dark. The Dark for me at least came up a lot more.
Yeah, Dark is super good. I'm sure that was relevant. I did summon Charge Warrior once and attack over like 4 monsters that my opponent had playing the Dragon Link board after I dropletted him, but I used all my cards to do that. So after I did that, I passed turn and then I lost.
Yeah.
That was sad.
That's the reason why I don't. Oh, Turtwig go hard.
Oh baby,
Should I get the rest of the family? I have like 4 more.
is that your
Yeah.
Hogwarts house? Are you a Turtwig?
What does that even mean? Are you speaking English?
Sometimes.
So like, I only have one stuffed animal that goes on my bed, but
Oh,
That's great.
I've
I
got
have like 10
her name is
plushies.
Gloria.
I've got a stuffed Amogus.
Oh, I would like to shout out a YouTube channel in particular that will be doing a certain $300 Brave Engine giveaway when they reach 500 subscribers.
Is that your YouTube channel?
Oh.
It is my YouTube channel.
Why-
Can
why don't
I
you just
have the
give it to
Brave
me?
Engine?
Yeah, give it to.
I need a
Brian so
Brave
he can
Engine,
have
actually.
them.
That's crazy.
If you win the giveaway, then yes.
It's a
Oh my
giveaway at
God.
tournament,
Can
or is
I
the
win the
giveaway,
giveaway?
like, actual giveaway?
It has to be random.
What if you? Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. All I'm saying is I will unadd you on Facebook right now, delete all of our messages. I don't know who you are.
That's crazy.
I
One of
still
us is
do
gonna
think-
win the giveaway. People are gonna go back to this podcast and be like,
I'm not gonna lie though, I still really do like the 3-axis deck. Like I felt like I don't really have a problem like with playing through boards or like playing through hand traps. It's just mainly like when I like even drawing Mare for me, like it's not even bad.
must be nice. Every time I drew Maremare, it was also with Adventure and Draco back. So, fuck me, I suppose.
I put in okay, so in my list now I play 3 Foxy Tune and 3 Carbonetin Dragon.
I like Carboneted in the deck.
So it's 6 copies of
I agree.
Sangan. So
That's nice.
it's like kind of like you get more ways to combo and play through hand. Oh no, she fell.
The luxury squad people that are on Brave are all playing 3 Foxy.
Yeah, like I love 3 Foxy. Like I think that card's insane.
I suppose.
Yeah, I read that card for the first time at the original. I was like, oh, it summons from deck.
Why
It also
can't
has
be
a
Joe
secret
Dietrich arrow?
effect special from hand,
Yeah.
and then it
Is that
becomes
ever relevant?
when you get scythe locked or like when you're trying to go for game,
Sure.
it becomes a 300 beater.
I suppose that's fair.
Yeah, so it has came up like attacking for game and triggering Zaomin in graveyard to boost
Yeah.
its attack.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in the 3-axis deck, there's just so many like hidden effects that a lot of people don't like know, like the wielder or the tracker.
Yeah, that's true.
We could all just play Bird Up.
I'm
Oh,
out.
Bird up
I'm
with
out.
the Majoke Promenade stuff. It's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, I did some insane hands today. I had a guy open like Gamma, Ash, Veiler, Long Young, Ecclesia, Taya, and I won that game.
Jesus. Avery's over here taking Snapchats. Like, oh, check out the Midwest podcast.
I'll tell Ali y'all said hi.
I think
Avery,
Sword
I
Sport is
want to see the
fine.
tattoos. I want to
You wanna
see
see-
the
okay.
tattoos.
Yeah, so it's not just a party. It's not just a party. Okay, I'm gonna fall.
You got a
Please
tattoo?
don't hurt yourself.
No.
No way, that's real, brother.
Oh my gosh.
Party in the Shindig. And
Indeed.
I'm so upset.
Yo, is that real, Avery?
God is not real.
His legs are shaved. It's real, Joe.
That's forever, right?
yeah, forever.
Okay.
Also, I
Oh my
learned something
God.
after. Did you know that the finger circle thing apparently is also a white supremacy symbol?
Yes.
Yes.
It is also a gang sign in Hawaii.
I learned both of those things in the last week.
Oh my God.
If you do this, that's a gang sign in Hawaii.
Avery,
It's
is
also the
this
mouth in the
for
middle.
you? Avery, is this you?
Oh, and now he legs out right when the FBI turns him off.
He's frozen with the. Oh my gosh. What a time to be alive.
Life
And
imitates art.
on that note,
Thank God.
I think we're gonna wrap this up. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We're happy that we finally got to play IRL regionals minus Austin.
Hey,
Oh,
actually, is there like a remote duel regional that like everyone's going to? Because I'm about to just fly to regionals. Like I can't do this remote duel thing anymore. It's so bad.
Dude, please.
There's a Maryland regional this upcoming weekend.
There's a South Dakota regional that I'm
Aren't
not
you going to
going
the PPG, Austin?
Oh God, no.
There's a
You literally
Colorado
asked me if I was
regional.
going to that.
I did, but I'm not going to that. I thought I wanted to, but my buddies aren't going, and I don't know. No,
If you want,
no,
I'm down to go to
nobody
the
ended up
PPG.
making plans with me. So
Ooh, I'm getting a phone call I have to answer, so I hope you'll have a great night.
All right.
Avery.
Bye,
Go
Avery.
get some bitches.
Oh my God.
If anybody else goes to the PPG, I'd probably go.
Are we trying to go to an event this weekend? I still have my credit for Spirit, so I'm trying to. I
we
can
going to the PPG?
I
We
might. I
can.
think
Yeah, I can't. We've got some friends coming in from out of town, so I'm out for this weekend. But
Should we look at the regional schedule? What do we got this weekend?
please no Midwest regional.
South
That's in
Dakota.
Boston.
South
Is that
Dakota.
this weekend?
We could go
Yeah.
to the PPG over a regional though. We could do
would
like a
go to the
3v3
PPG?
on Sunday.
Yeah, if you
And-
guys are doing an
and-
event this weekend, it should be the PPG probably.
Yeah, and they said that like if you get to like the finals, your team gets buys in the 3v3 until you're out of the
that's
tournament.
insane.
Yeah, so we literally get a 2-round bye because one of us is winning. No way. Just don't let me play
I'll stick-
Bird. Don't let me play
It's
Bird.
in Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Let me look
I
at
checked-
flights.
for me it's around 200, so it's not bad.
Okay. Wait. You can't fly into Kentucky?
It's
Yeah,
Louisville.
you can.
You definitely could. There's definitely an airport in the state of
Yeah.
Kentucky somewhere.
Oh, I just googled Kentucky and it didn't come up.
I'm leaving that in. I'm leaving that in the podcast.
Oh, there's no Spirit flights.
Yo, Spirit goes hard.
Oh my gosh.
How far is the
Spirit
drive?
hurts.
All right, I'm ending the podcast here. Hopefully, y'all see some of us at the PPG. Otherwise, for sure, we'll see you at YCS Charlotte. Thanks for hanging, pals, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, Brian.
Bye.